Mason. I'm running for Congress here on Maryland's Eastern Shore. One of the biggest concerns and issues that we have is our traffic, our education, our health care, and our civil rights that are being taken away by a representative that is currently in office, and I seek to change that as an LGBT candidate. Good evening, everyone. I am Mason. I'm a congressional candidate for Maryland District 1. We are 7 days away from the primary, and we are getting super excited about it. I was out there doing my regular thing because it's nice to be outside again, to go visit the folks, say hi, and give them a sign this time to show the support of the community to make sure that they vote for us. So if you're looking to get a sign, just go to our website, miadmason.us. We'll be glad to drop you off one before Tuesday. It's super easy to do. Just send us an email or text message. It's 410-94-MASON. That's our phone number. Super easy to do. I didn't receive any questions in today because most of them all came from editors. So do keep an eye out in the newspaper for great things to come. We will see what happens. It is super important that we get through this together. White House has basically kind of glossed things over, saying this too will pass. Mr. HUD, it makes a big difference when we are all doing this together. It was nice to see a lot of people out there still wearing their mask, doing the right thing. I saw a lot of minors out there just not giving a rat's. But it makes a difference when, they get straightened out. They're told to do what they do, and then they go home. So don't be like those on the beach this weekend, as we saw. We saw the cases increase, a couple increases in the ICU count just throughout Maryland. But I think the biggest thing that we have to be concerned about is, everybody that's going to start traveling again and bringing more of the virus around for a second go round. So with that, we want to make sure that you stay safe, and if you're able to telework or if you're an essential worker, make sure that you wear your mask. It's super important that you do that. It makes a big difference when you do. It's one, being responsible, and two, it's providing a message that we're all together in this to make sure that we're stronger than what other people have gone through. Like back in the Spanish flu pandemic, where an entire movie theater, all of them died within 4 hours of going to a movie theater. That's why these special events and big locations events, they're still not open to the public. So next Tuesday night, starting at 8 p.m., we will be having a virtual victory celebration. Or depending on how the election goes, we'll make sure that we give everybody their proper due respects. So with that, let's take a break, and we'll get into all the thank yous that have carried us through from August to March, and even online every week, because we have some important announcements coming soon. So with that, we'll be right back. I'm Mason. I'm running for Congress here on Maryland's Eastern Shore. One of the biggest concerns and issues that we have is our traffic, our education, our health care, and our civil rights that are being taken away by a representative that is currently in office, and I seek to change that as an LGBT candidate. everybody. It's great to see you again. This is our last one before the primary. We're throughout the last month and a half, almost 2 months, we've been talking about all of the issues. We've had guests on mainly about our education, our infrastructure, our environment, because those are the biggest things. And we brought in military volunteers, chaplains, even brought in our other opponents in here and environmentalists to ask us questions, get you more comfortable with knowing me, because that is super important that you get to know me, Mia Mason. So the big announcement that we wanted to make sure is that, one, you know about DemRight, which is also Nick Knudsen. I probably said that wrong. But he is part of a group called DemCast. We're going to be hosted by him through our coalition, No Dem Left Behind. So join us this Thursday evening at 8 p.m. Because that is going to be super important for us as a coalition to make sure that this gets done. Because we're just not stopping at this June 2nd primary. There are other people in our coalition that have red districts that are looking to turn them blue. And they have their primary all the way to August. So if you want to be a host, go to NoDemLeftBehind.com, sign up for our webinar, join us, because the following week, super big important, we all know who Nancy Pelosi is. It's nice to always go up to the fourth floor, say hi, hello, and then get things done with other constituents and other congressional leaders on both sides of the aisle. Then come home, have dinner, and I have to still make some dinner. But her daughter, Christina Pelosi, will be joining us with our coalition, No Dem Left Behind, next Thursday after the primary, after our coming up Tuesday event, because we wanted to say thank you. And if we lose, we'll bring in the other candidate, we'll bring it all online, because we want to make sure that we remove the hatred, the bigotry, the guy who curses at staff, Representative Andy Harris. So as a veteran, as an LGBT, friend and advocate, I'm here to make sure that our communities are listened to and their voices and stories are amplified to the DC floor, so that whatever issues that you have, it doesn't end up as a no anymore from Dr. No. But we actually will vote for you, our community, because it matters. Yes is the correct answer. We can get this done. We can work together. That's important, because we know where Representative Harris stands. He's voted against those in the CARE Act back in 2018, changed his mind, fought through every committee that he can speak of about abortion, and then changed his mind. And now he has voted against the HEROES Act. So we know that he doesn't care. And he's voted against our technology, our infrastructure, you name it. He is not helping our community. He has his signs on Route 50, 301, so let's show some support. Get those changed over to Mia Mason, and soon, depending on how things go, Joe Biden. So Team Joe, Team Mia, we can get it done together for the shore and for the north. It makes a huge difference when you do that. We're glad to have you, and here's our thank yous. So we're starting out with Debbie, Bobby, Mary, Carol, Anissa, Melanie, Alexander, Nikki, Alicia, Colleen, Deborah, Sharon, Chris, Laura, Stephanie, Jeff, Robert, Ruth, John, Mike, Marv, Martin. Yes, Martin. Super awesome guy. Thank you very much for what you've done for us. It makes a big difference. So there you go. That is, just a roundup of everybody that we have to thank, including those who have helped us by saying, hey, here we are. So a nice shout out to Ryan Miner. We're going to be joining their podcast later on this week. More details to follow after this, but it'll only be posted on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So follow us everywhere that we go. It's super easy. It's Mia4MD, okay? Make life a little bit easier. Come join us. Volunteer at miadmason.com/volunteer. You have to type all that in. If you want to watch any of these shows, again, to learn about our education, our infrastructure, our environment, do so. miadmason.com/shows. Just type it in. They'll link you directly to us. It's not like a permanent link on the website, but that's because you come to YouTube, you like and you subscribe, and you join the team because we do things virtually. We want to make sure that you stay safe. And speaking of being safe, the most important thing that I can tell you to do is return that ballot. Sarah and I did it today, got it in the mail, and it's done. It was done here safely at home. Tomorrow night is the last night where you can actually register, update all your information, and request a ballot. And make sure that you get it in before June 2nd. Because starting Thursday, I'll be giving everybody an extra little boost and a call, personally. So that makes a lot of sense for me as a candidate to spend a lot of time doing call time. We do that every day, even on the road. It makes a difference because it brings in the donations to help us get to the general election. And without your support, we are not here to succeed because we have gone through so much. We've lost a home, a car, a job. We've seen what has happened when the administration discriminates. We saw it again in 2017 when this administration started going after everybody for national origin, color, sex, religion, you name it. They have been trying to push us back to the 1950s and strip away our civil rights by legal action all the way up to the Supreme Court. So let's go give them hell. Get yourself a ballot, mail it back, and let's remove Harris. Let's remove McConnell. Let's remove Trump because only you can do it. You know, it makes a big difference. So have a great night. We love you. Everybody on our team is super thankful that you have joined us. Have a great night. Bye. I'm Mia Mason. I'm running for Congress here on Maryland's Eastern Shore. One of the biggest concerns and issues that we have is our traffic, our education, our health care, and our civil rights that are being taken away by our representative that is currently in office. And I seek to change that as an LGBT candidate.